Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm your coach Annie and I'm here to help you with your spoken English, your vocabulary and your communication skills. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about one of the most requested and commonly asked questions, that is how to crack any interview or interview tips. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 tips that is going to help you to crack any interview. After you watch this video, be it any interview, you are going to be able to crack it. You are going to be able to walk in there being the most confident version of yourself, and it's really going to help you a lot. In this video, I'm going to share with you 10 tips, which is going to be divided into two parts. 5 tips are the pre-interview tips, something that has to do with your preparation, your mindset before the interview, and the other 5 would be during the actual interview. I always believe that 70% of the interview actually takes place here in our brains, in our mind. Whatever we are feeling, whatever we are thinking is actually going to affect in our body language. It is going to show up in your answers. It is going to show up in the way you behave, and the interviewer is going to be able to catch you upon that. So I think preparing your mind is actually a very important step before your interview, because if you are going to feel underconfident, you're going to feel that maybe I'm not qualified enough, maybe I don't have the right skills, maybe I don't deserve this job. This kind of answers, this kind of mindset is going to show up in your body language, in your answers, and your interviewer is going to be able to sense that, and it is just going to impact your interview negatively. So it is very important to just understand that you need to be your most confident and your most positive self during an interview. The first pre-interview tip is prepare for your interview. Well, duh, Annie, that's so common, that's so obvious. We are going to prepare. But what do you actually prepare? When you say that you have prepared for your interview, what have you prepared? Have you researched the commonly asked questions? Have you done that? If you haven't done that, then how can you say that you are prepared? Prepare for the commonly asked questions. Like, I know you don't know what type of questions are going to be asked in the interview, the specific questions, but there are some common questions, there are some general questions that are common to all interviews. Like, for example, introduce yourself, tell me about yourself, what are your skills, what are your strengths. And if you have to think about these things, have you really prepared for them? Use the internet, use ChatGPT, just make a list of commonly asked questions and prepare for them. These kind of answers should be like, you should be able to knock these answers down. You should be able to just kill those answers, because you have to be prepared before an interview. And if you are not preparing for the commonly asked questions, for the commonly asked things that are asked in every interview, are you really preparing for your interview? I don't think so. The second pre-interview tip is to research about the company. Researching about the history, the values, the morals, the expectations of the company is really important, because it is going to help you in your answers, and it just shows the effort you put into researching about the company shows that you really are dedicated. If you just go in there blank without knowing anything about the company, you haven't taken the effort. Do you really want this job? The interview is going to feel like it's not important to you. So you have to make sure that you research about this company. And why? Because you're going to research the role that you have to play at this company, and you are going to alter your answers according to this role. For example, you research about the role that you are applying for. You research about the skills that are required. You research about the eligibility, the qualifications that are required, and when they ask you what are your skills, the skills that were mentioned in the job profile, you are going to relate it as your own. You're going to say that yes, I have these skills. So it is very important to learn or to we can say, go through the job profile, the job description before preparing for your interview, before giving any answer, because it is really going to help you. You have to alter your answers based on the job description, based on the company research that you have done. So it is very important to research about the company. The third pre-interview tip is to dress up. And when I say dress up, really dress up. Put some effort in it. Don't just wear the first thing that you find in your wardrobe, right? Prepare a day ahead. If you have to go for the interview tomorrow, today you have to decide what you are going to wear, and it should be formal. For men, that would be shirt and trousers, and for women it could be anything. I would suggest you to avoid wearing denim jeans. It is not at all formal. Wear formal trousers, and don't wear anything. If you opt for wearing t-shirts, don't wear anything that has logos or graphics or cartoon upon them, because it shows that you are not professional enough. So whatever you wear, it should be it should have a solid, or it should have a pattern, may it be striped or anything, but it should be in solid color. It shouldn't have any kind of graphics or text on it. For men, I would suggest you to wear a white shirt, a black shirt, a blue shirt, along with a black trousers, and maybe accessorize, wear a watch, wear a belt. If it's highly formal, wear a tie, and you're just going to be able to rock it. And also, you can take care of your grooming. Just make sure that you have styled your hair, you've groomed your beard, and it's just going to make you look so much more professional. It just shows the effort, right? You must have heard that dress up for the job you want. So just put some effort. Don't just go in there like it's an everyday thing. Just make sure that you dress up a little, and it should show. And for women, I would suggest you that whatever you wear, pay attention to your makeup. Don't do a loud makeup. Don't do a bold eye color or lip color or sparkles, these kind of things, because it really does not show your professionalism. So make sure that you do want to look good, you do want to do makeup, but just keep it minimal. Don't go overboard, or don't go out loud with your makeup. Really pay attention to your physical appearance, because if you dress good, you look good, you feel good, and that's a fact. If you feel good, you're more confident. So focus on that. The next pre-interview tip is don't be on time. Yes, you heard that correct. Don't be on time, be in time. Being on time means reaching exactly on the time. You have to be early, be in time. When you get there, give yourself some time to sit down and calm your nerves, prepare your documentations if any. So just give yourself some time to settle down. That is why you never want to go to your interview on time. You always have to be early. Go at least 20 minutes early to any meeting or any interview. And fifth tip for your pre-interview is that when you actually reach over there, you will be feeling nervous, right? Before you step into the cabin for the interview, you have to shift in your mindset that I am not nervous, I am excited. So this little shift is going to really help you to calm down your nerves, because if you feel that I'm nervous, you are about to mess it up. So just switch off your overthinking brain for a second, because if you're continuously thinking, oh, what am I going to do, what am I going to answer, I'm so nervous, I'm so stressed, will I get this job, whatever, you are not going to be able to be fully present during the interview. So make sure that you switch off that overthinking brain. Whatever is going to happen, it will happen. Just be present, completely present. Okay, so we have now reached to part 2 of the video, that is the tips for the actual interview. So now you've come in the cabin and you're answering the questions. The most important thing is to mind your body language. Make sure that you sit straight, your shoulders are back, you're not sitting in a hunched position. Make sure that you're smiling, you're maintaining eye contact. If you look down and answer, it is going to show that you are nervous. And if you don't make an eye contact, again it is going to show that you are nervous. So make sure that whatever you answer it with confidence, you sit straight and you answer it with confidence. A little psychological trick I would like to share. Usually they ask you like, would you like anything, tea or coffee? Don't refuse. Like don't say that no, I won't have anything. Ask for water. Just say that I won't have tea or coffee, but I'd like a glass of water. What is this going to do is, firstly, it is showing that you know what you want and you're confident enough to ask for it. And secondly, you can use drinking water as a filler when you're thinking for your answers or thinking what to say next. And it's going to help you calm your nerves down, right? So don't refuse, don't flat out refuse that what you want. Just say, I'd like a glass of water. It shows that you want and you're confident. Secondly, when you are answering your questions, be straightforward and be honest. Be honest. Why did you leave your previous job? Be honest. If you don't know the answer to any question, don't try to make up an answer. Just be honest that I don't know about it, right now. Because it's fine, you're a human, you don't know all the answers. And honestly, they don't want to even check whether you know all the answers. It's just how you react in those situations. How would you react when you're put in a high pressure situation? So be confident and be honest that currently I don't know the answer, but I'll get back to you. You can say that. Be honest. Don't be overconfident. I can do the job very well. That is confidence. Only I can do that job very well. That's overconfident and it is really off-putting. So be humble, be polite, give straightforward answers, but don't be overconfident. Don't try to show off in the interview. Never ever ever ever, golden rule, never badmouth your previous employer. Why did you leave your previous job? Doesn't matter if your job was shit, doesn't matter if your manager was toxic, doesn't matter if your salary was not good. Don't say anything ill about it, because the employer is going to think that this is how you're going to speak of them in the future, right? So make sure that you don't speak anything bad about your previous employer, and don't even speak a lot about your previous employer. Just be very polite, give one sentence answers, and that's it. Don't speak negatively about your previous employer. Don't show over eagerness that I want this job, I really want this job, please sir. Your over eagerness shows that why are you so eager? Didn't you get job anywhere else? Don't you have any other options? It shows that. So you want to be laid back, you want to answer the questions properly, but you want to have that confidence within you, not to be over eager for that job or for that person, for that interview. You be confident, but also try to be laid back. Don't be like yes sir always. Like, be confident, don't show over eagerness. The most important thing in any job interview, salary negotiations. So the first thing, never bring the subject of the salary by your own. Like, don't ask how much will I be getting paid. Yes, you'll get to that, but let the interviewer ask about the salary first. Secondly, research about the salary for that position in the market. Research about it. Have a specific number in your mind. Don't just go out there blank, willing to accept whatever whatever they are willing, whatever they're willing to give. You're just going to accept it. Have a specific number in your mind. And when they ask you, just be very confident when quoting that figure. Don't use phrases such as give me this much, okay? Use phrases like I expect XYZ amount. It just puts you into a more assertive position, that you know what you want specifically. I expect XYZ for XYZ role and for the skills and whatever. I expect. Don't say please give. Don't use this phrase. And be very confident. If you are a little bit also nervous in quoting that amount, the interviewer will think that why are you nervous? Do you think you don't deserve it? So be very confident when you are quoting that amount. You have the skills, you have the experience, you have the ability. So why not ask for it? Why not ask your worth? Obviously they're not doing you a favor paying you. You are going to utilize your skills, your time over there. So make sure that you get worth, right? So be very confident when quoting that figure. And secondly, if they don't oblige, if they don't accept, you have to understand that for each role the company has a limited budget. Like if I have applied for a role of video editor, the company is going to have a fixed budget for that video editing position. No matter how great an editor you are, no matter how much experience you have, if I have a limited budget of 50K a month, I cannot give you more than that. The company cannot give you more than that. But you make sure that you get the entire 50K, right? Don't sell yourself short. So in cases where they say that we can't accept your offer, you have to ask that, I understand that there's a budget on the position. May I know the maximum you can do? You ask what is the maximum amount they can do. Try to negotiate. And when I say negotiate, you try to negotiate. Don't just sit there and, okay, they didn't ask. They didn't accept. So why are you there? Can't you negotiate? Right? So don't just accept the first offer that they put you out. Just ask what is the maximum you can do. Next thing that you want to avoid doing is oversharing. Don't overshare about your life, about your personality, about your previous employer. Some people have this habit of being too friendly and oversharing a lot. Like, your interviewer does not need to know your dog's name. It shows that you are really not professional. So make sure that you don't overshare. And last tip, after you're done with your interview, let it be done. Let it be done. Just don't think about it that, oh my god, I could have said that, I should have done that, it could have been so much better. Just forget it. The result is not in your hand. The effort is in your hand. So make sure that you go out there, you be the most confident version of yourself, you answer all the questions, you ask your worth, you negotiate, and then you sit back and let them do the work. And lastly, most importantly, after you have given your interview, send a thank you email to the employer. Just a thank you email for giving you a chance to interview. And that was it. I hope this tips will help you. Try to follow these tips for your next interview. And if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments below. And do me a favor, please subscribe. It really helps me out. Thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.